Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MTD Podcast. It's been, I think it's been years since I shot an episode, and I am here with the one and only Quin Frazier.
Wow, years.
Yeah.
We're bringing you out of retirement.
Yeah, Tony. It's on the wall. It's on the wall.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. That's what I'm saying these days.
You know, it's actually so funny that this is happening here in the way that it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm being completely honest, I think I've wanted to restart the podcast, but I'm kind of been waiting for the perfect time because I've been like changing jobs or changing cities or it's been like, I'm like, oh, I want to make sure when I start it, I can remain consistent, just be in a place where like I'm ready to start. And like, I think it's nice to like pick a time or whatever. But if there's anything I've realized in the last like year,
there's never a perfect time.
Ever. No, I'm serious right now.
Yeah.
Life is a continuous, beautiful flow of. It's a shit show. It's all over the place. And if you're waiting for me to milk my own day and to continue to do this, I'm realizing that if anything that's brought me to doing this, it was like there's been days where I was like, I'm gonna shoot that first solo episode. I have like outlines for different episodes where I want to sit down and like give a recap and like fucking make it happen. And then I'm like, oh, I just feel like mentally I just feel off today. Or I'm really fucking tired and like I want my first episode back to be like good. I want to be in a good mood. And then when you're waiting for the good mood and you're always judging like, oh, am I in the best mood to have this big first episode to return or whatever? And then I realized that is not how it works at all.
No, you just gotta send it.
Yeah.
Let me restart? Yeah, you introduced me. I said nothing. I want to rephrase, give myself a vocabulary introduction.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, thoroughly introduce yourself.
Thoroughly.
Yeah. Tell people more about you.
Right on.
And then we'll have to tell them how we met and became friends because it's a great story.
It's a great story. Quin Frazier, the one and only, quote unquote, 24, living life as I see fit. Traveling the world. We are currently in St. Kilda, Victoria, Australia. Down under the sea, brother. Down under the sea. And let me tell you, mates. You reckon or you think it's pretty good? Okay. See, I've seen a lot of different fish in my day. But when I came down under the sea, these Australian blocks, different species. Okay. Quin Frazier. That's me. Traveling around. St. Andrew's giving me a place to crash for the night. You're looking at my bed, actually. How about that?
Yep, the futon's right behind us.
I haven't even given it a touch feel yet. That's how fresh we're in. I mean, landed, press play, baby.
I love it. Just we knew it had to happen because the fact that we got the opportunity to get together again in Melbourne, Australia, is when we see each other again after we meet in Chicago. And it was all talk at that point, right? It was an idea of like, oh, like you knew you were going to go travel Europe, you travel around. I started having the idea of like, I think I'm going to go to Australia and now we're here. And for you to be the first friend and person I even know to visit me. And it's like you were going to be here whether I was here or not. But the fact that we're both here.
For sure.
Is so funny.
Well, yeah, Australia was never on my table. Like I came out here, Australia, Vietnam were never on my itinerary. Came to Australia because ran out of money. It's the only place you can make money in Southeast Asia.
Well, I forget that. It was like the main driving factor for coming here.
Yeah.
Well, so Quin is literally fresh out of 4 weeks of grape picking?
Grape picking, yeah. Brutal work.
Okay, so tell us about it.
So I came to Australia with $275 in my savings account.
That was to Australia?
To Australia, yeah. I landed with barely any money. It was either come here and work or go home. And I said, I gotta keep it going. And this grape picking, man, it is the devil's work. I got off the shift. I couldn't walk. I mean, I looked like I was 80-year-old with a cane. I woke up at 5 a.m., started picking grapes at 6:45 before the sun even rose. Before the sunrise, I was out there clipping 7,000 times, 7,000 bushels on average. And
so it's seventh. What happens if you don't do a certain quantity?
no, you do what you can. I mean, we had a good boss, which was nice.
Because you hear horror stories.
You hear horror stories. I mean, we got paid hourly too. Sometimes you only get paid by the bucket. Sometimes people out and go scavenge the field before you. So we had a really good program. Had other backpack travelers picking with us. It was good. It was definitely an experience. You know, it was a time where I needed to be recentered in life, like to feel grateful again for these opportunities that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I was going in there, and it's sad to admit, but yeah, I was like nothing. Like I wasn't feeling grateful for this opportunity of being able to do what I'm doing, and the grape picking actually, like, it recentered me. It definitely recentered.
Well, because how are you nearby? Your friend Jason here, did it with you, but how many people?
There was 8 of us in total.
So there's 8 total.
Yeah.
How near each other are you? Are you shooting the shit and yelling and?
Dude,
can you be like next to each other shooting the shit all day while you're both?
No,
flipping
you're
the
locked
grapes?
in. You're so locked in. I mean, it's just you and a bush in front of you, and you're clipping, and because it's all time based. You know, you want to be somewhat fast, because the faster you get it done, the more you pick, the faster you get it done, because you don't want to be out in the heat when it's 100 degrees picking grapes.
Right.
So it's good to be fast, and also, so like there's 2 rows, row, cart goes down the middle, somebody on the outside, somebody right. So they're like, me and Jason would be right here. We'd pick a line, and then you would leapfrog to the front, and then the people would catch you. They'd leapfrog to the front, and we would just be filling buckets of grapes all day.
What kind of grapes are they?
Shiraz. We had Shiraz, and we just picked Mataro.
Okay.
Worked at Inkwell Wines Winery. Yeah, it was good stuff. They had a lovely dog named Daisy. Lovely dog.
How would you rank grape picking 1 out of 10? In general, how was it? And out of 10, how hard? What, like, challenging? Like, it's fucking, you're just out there grinding.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard, right? Like,
I would say first 3, if you can make it past 3 days, you can do 3 weeks. If you can make it past those first 3 days,
it's like a 3-day hump where it's
a 3-day hump.
It's a
yeah. No, I can't even put on a scale. It's hard. It's tough. But like, we had to do it. There was no choice.
yeah.
There's no choice. I mean, it made you think about life when you got off that clock and you sat down in that AC of your car for the first time in like 8 to 10 hours. You thought about life. I thought about, what am I doing? Why am I not in an art studio in Chicago painting, doing the things I love? It makes you think about what you're doing with your life.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that makes
Worth
sense.
it, though. Worth it.
Yeah.
Because I'm able to, have a break for a week or 2 before I got to go back to work.
Right. I think you should tell whoever is listening more of your itinerary from leaving Chicago to now to here.
Right on. Yeah.
And why you did it. And
So
you were in art school in Chicago.
So graduated from the Art Institute Chicago over the summer. Finished class, had a banging graduation party. And apologies, let's recircle before I get into this whole endeavor.
Huh.
I never made your departing party from Chicago.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you texted me about it.
yeah.
I never showed up. I just want to say apologies for that. That's just in my. That was in
No,
my.
you
No,
said
it's part of my personality. It's part of
Yeah.
my character. I'm just not good with going to those types of things.
No, it's totally okay.
Yeah.
No, but I know we talked about it eventually. Like, you texted, you did tell me,
Yeah.
you were like, whether it was like a week later, like, sorry I didn't make you, so it's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, so graduated art school. That was a trip, and I had it pretty much set in my mind before graduation that I was gonna leave in September to go do Southeast Asia. It was the first time in my life where I had nothing holding me down.
Yeah.
I had a good amount saved up, sold some art pieces that helped me even further. And I called my buddy Jason, who was my study abroad roommate back in Florence, Italy. And I said, bro, I'm going. I'd love for you to join. And he said, I got nothing going on. Let's do it. So first stop was Bali, Indonesia. Then I did a little bit more of Indonesia. Loved Lombok. It's the big island next to Indonesia. Surfed there. Met some cool American girls that I'm actually going to see next week. Like my first week there, first Americans we talked
Oh, these
to.
are American girls
Yep,
that you met there.
American girls, yeah.
You met them in the hostel in Indonesia?
At a restaurant, dinner restaurant table.
In Indonesia?
In Bali, yeah.
In Bali.
Uluwatu. Ulu, 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 ulu. I want to name my daughter Ulu. Maybe. I don't know. We'll get to that.
Where'd you hear? Yeah, what's Ulu?
Uluwatu is just it's a place in Bali.
Oh, that's a place.
It's a place. It's like a surf. Yeah, Ulu. ULUL for short. ULU for short. And then did a little bit of Thailand. Thailand was a little wicked. And then we were in Thailand, Jason and I, and those girls we met in Bali called me and they're like, we're going to Vietnam. We're doing the Ha Giang Loop. You should do it with us. And I looked at Jason and I said, dude, what else do we want to do? I mean, we got nothing planned. So we went to Vietnam and we did that. What was after Vietnam? I think we came back to, there was that tongue thing again. We'll get into that. Came back to Bali. Oh, for sure, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We'll do it with the story. After this, let's get into how we met.
Yeah.
I'm yapping here. It's like a 90-10. This is how my first date goes. Every time I talk to a woman, I'm like 70% talking, 30% dumb. And I'm like, all right, I gotta shut up. It's either shut up and talk or shut up or I'm gonna kiss you. Needless to say, came back to Bali, and then we went to Japan. Japan was wild.
Right.
Yeah, Japan was.
I forgot about Japan for a minute there.
It was a money pit. It was a money pit for me.
It was expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, we spent too long there. And then cool country. What was after Japan? From Japan we went back to Bali. We're Bali. We found out we were Bali boys. I mean, we had to say it. We love Bali, the weather, the people, the English, the culture, the surf. And we went to Bali.
Most people in Bali speak English.
Most people, absolutely, yeah. And then we made it to Australia, and it's about roughly on a 6-month calendar right now, coming up to 6 months, I think.
Is it really been that long?
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
Has it really been 6 months?
And it feels like maybe 2.
Wait, hold on, is it?
Bruh.
Hockey.
I made my own soundboards.
Bruh.
And then I got...
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
That's an Australian.
I have an inside joke.
Profanity allowed.
Yeah.
It just slides out sometimes. Okay, cool.
Whatever, there's no censorship here.
Yeah, right on.
But,
Dude, tell them how we met.
yeah.
Let's get into that Chicago Luxbar stairwell situation.
So, how we met was we had been hyped up. Well, I had been. I think people at our coworkers at work both told us separately about each other and about how, you're really gonna hit it off with Quinn, and then they'd tell Quinn, you're really gonna hit it off with Andrew. You guys are just like both just kind of like wild type, energy wise. You're just gonna.
No, I heard about you the same day I met you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You were working. I don't know. I think I came in at like 3, and you came in that day at like 4. I came in that day at 3 in the back kitchen. They're like, "Have you met Andrew yet? Have you met Andrew yet?" And then Ryan, the manager, was like, "Wait till you meet Andrew." He goes, "I think I hired 2 of the same people."
Yeah. And then we fucking meet for the first time.
Yeah, he comes storming in the back, open up that door, and the accent was already rolling.
That is the best part about working in a restaurant that can be fun, is the second you get through the double doors.
Oh, you're somebody different.
You leave who you were right before that door. Because behind the double doors, anything goes. And you're coping.
Yeah.
That's where you release
It's a quick transition. It's a quick transition.
You just yell some funny shit. You play a character. You just. It's kind of like
You pound some
every
ice
time you move through the double doors, it's like getting permission to fully malfunction. You know? That's what it feels like.
Is it malfunctioning? I don't think it's malfunctioning. I think it's like going from a V6 to a V8.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Tony.
Tony. Yeah, he called me Tony. He called me Cousin Tony off rip. Cousin Tony out here doing the bits.
A lot of Italian accents in the back of that.
Are you even Italian?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
What's your background, buddy?
That guy. No, I can't. We got to delete that. I'm sorry. Don't cringe.
Oh, that.
Nah, Polish and Irish. Polish and Irish. You know, I got a lot of. Listen, it ain't about. Shout out Jack Heinrich with this quote. It ain't about the dog in a fight. It's about the fight in the dog. Small man, big heart. A lot of love to give to the world.
Remember that.
Cheers, mate.
Dude, but yeah, so when we worked together for what, it was fucking 4 months or something before we stopped working, we would be every time we're through the doors and then you're in the back of the kitchen, it's like we're performing characters and just fucking freaking out and just doing funny shit. And honestly, dude, it can make what can be such a mundane thing so fucking fun. And everyone else we worked with was like, we were just like trying to entertain our coworkers and each other.
We were their show.
But it felt like we were performing behind the back of house performing.
Yeah. I mean, it was a distraction for us to just be free and wild, to be who we are. To be that free spirit, because we're being honest, the restaurant, it contained us.
Yeah.
It contained us.
Yeah.
And those glimpses, those moments where we're just free and spirited, we're just...
Well, and that's where, like, I think back on those times, and like, there's just the amount of belly laughs, just like laughing the tears at the dumbest shit. And you're like, you know, you go home and you're like, dude, I cried laughing like at least 3 times. And like that, when you laugh that hard... It is fucking therapeutic, you know? But it's always special when you meet someone who has the similar sense of humor, has that wild energy that feeds into it, and you can play off each other. And it was like we talked about it. It's like when we met the first time, I was like, oh, this is someone rare. Like, we're definitely keeping. I just knew immediately. I was like, oh, we're gonna keep in touch forever. Like, it doesn't matter where we are. Like, we're gonna keep in touch.
Then we went on a coffee date. That was my first coffee date ever. I've never been on a coffee date.
And that was in Wicker.
Yeah, in Wicker Park.
Yeah. But that's how we met, and that was we had a good old time at Luxbar in Chicago.
Good old time. Although it neglected the out of us. Good old time. Good old time. Yeah, my dying days at that place. I told my man, I put my 2 weeks in. Manager comes up.
2 week Tony.
2 week Tony pats me on the shoulder. He goes, I hope you feel like I didn't neglect you. If you ever got to ask that question, you already know the answer.
I feel like I neglected you.
Despicable. Yeah, no, I went down to the office and I said, Ryan, dude, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. I'm out of here. And he didn't say a word to me. He like, it shocked him. And I said, dude, you put 4 new servers. Let's not get into it. Nobody cares about it. But yeah, it was just a quick side note.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad we're out. Glad we're out.
Yeah. It was such an era.
I love that sound.
ASMR.
I love that sound.
Bruh.
I just love that sound.
Bruh.
Yeah. Dude, wait, let me play this beat real quick. See if we catch a vibe at all.
You want to hop into this on site like that?
I might.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit, will you? Turn it up.
Can you hear it?
Now. Yeah.
Yo, it's me and Quinn again, chillin' watching Gilligan. Nah. I'm just chillin'. Just chillin' on the other what? hemisphere. Grab another killer beer. Grab another butter on the shelf. I'm better about myself. Nah, I'm with the homies. Nah, I'm with some foamies. What? Who that? This not in the do-rag. That's what I'm fucking doing when I do that. Who is gonna do that on the other side of the universe? And I'm about to kill a verse, and I'm about to pen a verse. Motherfucking passport on the fucking table. Yeah, she got a booty, looking like a stable. Donkey fucking stable, ducklings on the table. Quack, quack, fucking round, get a fucking heart attack. When I fucking break it back, when I fucking trap it up. Yeah, you know we slap it up. Yeah, we in the kitchen. Yeah, you know we grinning. Yeah, you know we out here and we know if I never sinning. Yeah. Humpty Dumpty was double cheeked up, sat on a wall, fell off the wall. He was bottom heavy, double cheeked up.
Two different people. Two different people, two different minds. Can you get inside of my eyes when you only loving my life? Take me to that sunrise when we sat, when I said goodbye to the only heart in my life. Let me take a sip, throw that back when you're kissing on my dick.
Whoa, hey, keep it PG. Kidding, you can go to R-rated. Oh, never masturbated. I was out here, but the booty earthquaking. Steak and shaking, waking bacon. Nah. I like saying, nah. Nah. Hell yeah. You went in. You went in.
No, you went in. You kidding me? You went in. I mean, you were face deep in that mic. Fucking.
Hey, Tony.
Face tense, and you were just thunderbolting that shit.
Hey, come on, Tony.
Thunderbolting that.
Listen, no.
Oh, okay,
Hold
take
on.
a step back.
Here's the thing.
Okay, talk to me.
Here's the thing, Tony. We've been running this fucking pizza parlor.
Okay, wait. Just pause. Did you start a timer?
Yeah, I got a timer right here.
Oh my god. Okay, pizza parlor.
Yeah.
Okay, pizza parlor.
We've been running the pizza parlor.
Sausage. Can you get me a fucking sausage, 12-inch thick dip or no? Do we even got sausage? Or are we sold out?
We sold out 2 days ago.
You know, I'm not cooking the pasta. If we ain't got pizza, what do we got? We got the pasta.
You know what I got?
You know, I'm not cooking the pasta.
You know what I don't fucking have? Is a pocket full of sunshine.
So let me go get that for you. No, I know what sunshine can be. In an alternate universe, there's so many things that could be sunshine.
Tony,
Okay?
somebody go inside and get me another fucking cigarette before I lose my fucking mind. The phone's ringing off the hook. It's the holiday fucking season.
And they just want pizza. Sell them the goddamn pasta.
If you don't have sausages to put on the pizza, you make zazitza.
We gotta add that to the dictionary. Mexazita. Mexazita. Dude, I want to hear a Colombian, South American say that. Mexazita. Oh, dude, pause. Back to it. Oh my God. There's nothing like a Latina saying the word Chicago. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing
I can get behind that.
They go, oh, you Chicago art boy. Oh, Chicago. Oh, it's amazing. It's one of the most beautiful words in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people on my travels ask me, so where you from? Bro, I give them the hardest Chicago accent ever. I go, you know, I'm from Chicago. Chicago. I gotta go Chicago. I gotta go deep with it. My that's not the way I say it, but my octave voice definitely gets thick.
Yeah.
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 No.
Yeah. We were talking about too. I told you that Canadian people get offended when people ask if people assume a Canadian's American.
Yeah.
That's why Australian people or people here are afraid to ask a Canadian person if they're American, so they always lead with Canadian, which is fucking hilarious.
It's whack. Canadians.
That they're getting offended when they assume they're American. So anyone who asks me if I'm American, they first will go, "Hey, are you Canadian or American?" They don't say, "Oh, are you American or Canadian?" They just have to say Canadian first, so they don't offend me if I'm Canadian. I just thought that was funny. I was like, "Oh shit, I guess Canadian people are running around just getting offended when people assume they're American." It's just so funny.
Take a sip of that water.
Yeah.
No, let me hear it. Put that mic closer. Yeah, it's good.
Wonky slush.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you a question. Who taught you to love?
Who taught me to love?
Who taught you to love?
You know, it's interesting because I was like thinking about that in two separate ways. I was like, is that the love that my parents instilled in me, and like the love that I got from my parents is my first experience of formative love? And then I was like thinking about like first loves and the times I've been romantically in love. So who taught me how to love?
Yeah. Interpretation.
Yeah.
The love you know.
To love.
The love you know. The love you give. The love you understand.
Yeah, it feels like this bigger, almost faith-like spiritual intuition of just like the love of my parents is part of the answer, and then it's just this innate desire to love and to give love and to spread love into the world that just comes from like spiritually or something. Okay. That's what it feels like for me. Yeah. Well, let me throw it back on you. How would you answer that question?
You can't throw it back on me.
No?
No. I can't answer that right now. No, it's too deep for me.
Really?
No, it's not too deep for me. It's just exposing. I can't. They know who they are. Yeah.
They know who they are.
They know who they are.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
We don't have to go further than that.
No.
You don't have to say their names. They know who they are.
Yeah. Singular.
Singular?
Singular. Bro, you ever hit the purr back in the day? No. I'm not gonna. I might just do it. Purr. That was a weak one, but no. I went through a purring phase. I'm not in it anymore, but I'm trying to get it back. And this girl I'm about to go see in a week, she's a woofer though. She does like these little woof noises, and I can't get with it. I can't. It's not the same as the purring energy. You know?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's wild. Oh, let me share what I'm about to do.
Yeah, tell them.
Okay, cool.
Tell them all about it.
So pretty much finished the Great Pickin', drove to Melbourne in a day, had a celly in the morning, followed up with the extra bev of a Monster N. Oh my God, I got pulled over by the cops.
Oh, yes.
BMW. Yo, Mom, if you actually listen
the rental
to this,
car,
it's not going to affect our insurance family bill, okay? I don't think so. But needless to say, yeah, now they clocked me way over speed. I don't know what I was doing. I actually do know what I was doing, but I was also on the phone talking with my homeboy, and I got a fast foot. I got a fast foot. She clocked me. She clocked me going the opposite direction. She hit the back wind on me, the reverse radar. Yeah, like car going that way. She was going this way. She hit the radar in reverse on my ass. Crazy. But
damn.
Yeah,
so she drove past you on the other side of the road.
Yeah, and clocked me going 130.
Kilometers, people. I'm not on an Audi. It's kilometers here.
It's kilometers here. I still don't know what a kilometer is, or a metric, whatever.
Kilograms, kilometers, kilometers per hour.
Why are Americans the only one? Why are we the only ones?
I don't know, but I know that since I've been here,
have you adjusted
to the metrics?
Yeah.
Wait, are we the metric system or are they not? I don't even know. I forget. Are we the metric system?
No, they're the metric system.
So we're the ones who are not at metrics because I forget which one is like I forget which one is which. But anyway,
I'm like 80-70% sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have chat GPT after the episode. We'll find out
for sure.
But I have not. No, like, well, that's actually not true. I guess I've looked up directions long enough, like in maps, where like if like, oh, I got a bike. I basically like double. It's the same at the gym when I'm grabbing like dumbbells. It's like if you grab 5 kilograms, it's like doubling. I always double it. So like our 5 kilograms is around like 11 pounds.
Yeah. So
I just know to like double plus some.
Yeah.
So it's like if you see a 10 kilogram weight, you know it's around 20, 22 pounds. Yeah. So I am like a little more accustomed to like the weight a little bit. Or like when you go to the grocery store and you buy a half a kilogram of chicken, it's like, oh, that's about a pound of chicken. So it's about, again, double it. But yeah, I guess in some way. But when I first got here, I was like asking Siri, I was like, how many kilograms is 12? How many pounds is 12 kilograms? And it just asking Siri all the time to convert it. Yeah. Have you got used to it?
No, I won't.
You're not here long enough.
No. But I'm also like, the only thing I really know is the Celsius to Fahrenheit. Just give it a times 3.
Dude, my shoulder's giving out.
Rough times 3.
Holding the
yeah, you got to balance it. I've been going back and forth. You got to even it out.
Yeah,
you got to even it out. But
it's
I'm telling
heavy.
you, no,
it's
my
a heavy
right,
microphone.
no, this is good for my left hand because my right hand went through war.
From clipping all those
So, like,
berries.
for people that wonder how hard it is, hold the pair of scissors in your hand and clip it 7,000 times, and then add 110 degrees heat, and that's how.
I have some cousins who do
this just 7,000 times.
That's why people who work like long term and have careers in like manual labor type stuff where they're pulling like triggers on power washers and different like machine to get like carpal tunnel and shit because they're doing that for so long that they just develop like carpal tunnel in their hands and shit.
Get a little love of that. Put that in there.
The duck?
Yeah, you scared about germs? Just put it in there. Make sure it's alive. Yeah, no, fix that shit. It looks good over there.
If you're not watching the video version, where did you? We got a baby duck.
We got a rubber ducky. I have an extensive rubber ducky collection back home. Extensive, and I'm a big.
I see those shops. There's one in Florence. Have you ever seen the duck shop in Florence, Italy? Because I know you studied abroad there and you love Florence.
What?
After this, I will look up the pictures. They have like a rubber ducky store that it's just all rubber ducks.
That's amazing.
Like different kinds of rubber ducks. But continue.
I'll be there. Yeah, no, I got a ton of rubber duckies. And just knickknacks in general. I love knickknacks.
Love the knickknack.
Mini collections, tokens of travels of life, shit I find in the street.
Yeah.
Whatever comes to me. And that came to me in a martini glass on a Bangkok rooftop. And I said,
that's coming with me.
You're coming home with me.
That's coming with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, real talk, 2 things that I think are awesome and that we have in common too that I'd actually like for you to talk more about is your art and your perspective on art in general. But as you said, like you went to art school in Chicago and you paint and spray paint and you do all these different kinds of art. And I think the unexpected creativity that you have with your personality, like joking around, shooting the shit, but then also through like the art that you do. Like I know when I click on your Instagram story, I never know what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's wild.
And I feel like I'm similar in the sense that like I like to remain unpredictable and like to just push myself creatively to come up with unique shit, artistic shit, funny shit, whatever. And there's just like the content you've made, the art that you've made, it's very like unique to you, and like I respect and appreciate your art and creativity as a person. But like,
thank you.
Because I'm passionate about like the art and creativity stuff. Tell me like more about like your journey with art and deciding to go to art school, and where's your head at with art now and your relationship with art? Because I'm sure you're itching. Have you been creating much?
I'm itching to paint.
You probably are. You've been without it.
Yeah. To stare at a blank white canvas and just go dummy. No, it's, more recently I've been thinking about it a lot, like just art in myself.
Yeah.
It's really interesting and unique how my perception of art, the art world, what is art, has changed, and even like perception of my own art, of what I understand it as, has changed throughout the years. Like I'll look back at old videos, of me talking about my art or just me being me in videos, and I'll be like, wow, look at how different of a different mindset.
Yeah.
Like still same person, but different mindset or perspective of what art.
Totally.
Like, not drastically, but small. Like I know how I got there or where I am now.
Yeah.
But yeah, my art journey, saved my life. Art saved my life. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but truly it did. It gave me a passion, a purpose, a light, a vice, to expand my emotions,
Yep.
to expel them into a different world. Yeah, it was bottled up, and it gave me a voice without a voice, and I guess I don't know how much I can talk about art. I just thought of something beautiful though. Pause. Hit me with that, bruh.
Bruh. Cheers, mate.
Art.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, pause. Stop. Dude, I can't believe I'm blanking right now. Let me just keep it going. Bad etiquette on the pod. Art.
Well, no, hold on. I genuinely don't want you to like rush into an answer. And
Okay.
dude, I can actually see almost like the tone switch, like when you started talking about that, dude.
Yeah.
Because I know a little bit more about your story than anyone who's listening to this, and like, I know, even from what you just said, like, art saved your life. Like, you mean that when you say,
Yeah.
like, I know that you actually mean that when you say it, and
One of the things that saved my life.
and I just feel like, I think like,
Oh,
so,
I got it.
There we go.
I got it. Okay. Do you ever find yourself going to a museum and asking, what am I supposed to be looking at? What does this painting mean? I'm confused. What is the artist trying to tell here?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand art. They don't not necessarily understand it, but know what to look for or feel in a piece of an art piece.
Sure.
Because I think
Yeah.
every piece in a museum, it has a significance. I'm saying that just because there's a lot of upcoming artists, and even my art myself. People won't get it, won't understand it. Do I think it's museum quality? Maybe someday, hopefully, some pieces. But what I would like to do with my art is, like I told myself, I don't want to be the artist that connects with other people in the art world to have my shit be critiqued and judged and tell me how to do this, tell me how to do that, or it's good or not. I want to be the person that can be the key to somebody opening the door to the art world, in a sense of, hey, this is my art, this is my story. I want to help them understand what art is, and be the first voice or be the first artist that like ties them into that emotional connection to the beauty of the world, to the beauty of what art is.
I love that. No,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
And back to my point of like, viewers, if you're ever, next time you go to an art museum and you find a piece that you think is interesting or unique, colorful, whatever, or not colorful, whatever it all speaks to you, don't look at the plaque. I avoid the plaque. I take pictures of the plaque and I read it when I leave the museum, when I'm done with it. I don't even read the plaque.
Because you don't want that to influence how you're supposed to interpret it.
No. I don't want to know the date. I don't know the artist. Like sometimes I'll know an artist just because I've studied them and I know the style. But I take a picture of the plaque, don't even read it. Because when I'm in that environment, I want to be, art's supposed to make you imagine, it's supposed to make you create, feel creative, it's supposed to inspire, feel an emotion. So I'm in that zone where I'm having a conversation with this art piece that I'm connected to, and I'm creating a story. I'm creating an imagination from that piece. I'm asking myself, Why did the artist do this? Where did they start? What were they thinking? You know, I'm asking me all these questions for myself to answer. And I think it's way more beautiful that way.
No, that's a really awesome way of describing it.
Yeah.
And I've not been to much I've never been to many art galleries. I don't have much experience or exposure to paintings or drawing or those forms of art. Most of the art I've been most exposed to in my life is like comedic art and like performance art and especially music. And
what do you like about performance art?
It comes back. Performance art is like, I feel like my answer to that is the same thing for like what I think about art in general and why it's so important and cool in general is because it's all about self-expression and authenticity of self-expression and like the uniqueness that is who we are. And I think what's so awesome about self-expression that in all forms of art is like, let's say you are one of one in the sense that like you are the only one that is you. So like when people say like, oh, like, you know, the market's saturated to start a podcast, like it's going to be hard to make money. It's going to be hard. It's saturated. There's a lot of people doing it now. It's be hard to like find success, but then it's like, but if it's all about expressing yourself in an authentic way and it's about you doing it, you're your unique self, which means no one can do it exactly how you're going to do whatever it is, whether it's podcasting, stand-up, being an artist, drawing. No one can do it like you, and that's uniquely special. And how like no matter how popular it is or how many people it reaches, if we only like, I feel like that can just suffocate people from ever doing creativity and self-expressing in a way that is just therapeutic and fun and joyful for your own personal creative fulfillment. Because you're worried, because we're worried about people's criticisms, what they're going to think of it, whatever. But it's so liberating and freeing. Like the more you can be courageously self-expressing yourself in any outlets that you're passionate about, because like everyone's passionate about different creative outlets and stuff. And it's like, that's what's so healing and fun and awesome about art. So it's like, that's my answer to what do I like about performance art is like, I'll see a comedian and improv performing who I've never seen before, and their unique sense of humor and the way they fucking play their character and the way that their sense of humor is so fucking funny in their own unique way. And it's like, you're always seeing something you've never fucking seen before because that's that one person who has their unique sense of humor, and it's like, that's fucking it is. And that's what I'm realizing as I meet more friends who are in different outlets and forms of art. Like, you're one of my only friends I know who like, I have friends who like draw and paint as a hobby a little bit, but they maybe keep it to themselves and they're not like that into it or whatever. But the more I get to know people who have different outlets for their art, the more I realize it's all about a lot of the fundamental same things. Like, it's self-expression.
It's all self-expression. Absolutely. Yeah. In so many different forms.
And I love that we're all drawn to different things.
Different forms of art in itself.
Exactly.
It's just what we understand and what we interpret. Back to this relapse of, you know, sharing your voice on the podcast and getting this going again. In my recent discoveries of, you know, a new thing has come to light where like we're in this technology world where we're all going to die. We're all going to die. So it's the only certain, the moment you're born. It's the only guarantee. You're not guaranteed a family, a lover, whatever. And so, you know, I'm doing these travels. I'm growing as I am, you know, and I'm
learning about yourself.
Learning about myself. And I'm like, Quinn, you're going to die eventually. So why not just share it all? Share the story, share the adventure, the good and the bad, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And then, you know, maybe your kids can look back on it when you're young. Maybe the world will look back on it when you're young, or maybe nobody will. But whatever it is, it's out there and it has a chance. It has an opportunity to connect with somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. Well, and I think about that all the time. And certainly talked about that in posts and different conversations where I think it's healthy and good to remind yourself of mortality often, because when you
I don't think people do enough.
when you confront it or you remind it, because especially when when you require some courage to do something, that's a lot of that's what I'll kind of go to, where I'm like, if I'm letting fear stop me from doing something because I'm afraid of being too vulnerable in a thing that I do or something, then I'm like, but wait, life's short. Yeah. If I die, would I regret doing this? Is it really that matter that much to the opinion of anyone? Does it matter? Does it? And then to put you in that mindset to be like, to give you I
think it's a beautiful thing, death. I think it's a beautiful thing. I went through I think I had it wasn't a problem, but it wasn't like I was in a depressive phase. But I like started to think I was a little crazy, or like I was doing something wrong, or like something was wrong because I was thinking about death, but non-suicidal, not like sad, depressed, but I just thought about death for days. Like, not like, ruminating or constantly. It would just be like a thought during the day, like, what is it I'm thinking about death? The end, myself, others. And it was just like a couple weeks every day. And like it's still pretty frequent. Like I actually thought about it like last night.
Yeah.
I think about it almost very, very frequently. Just like,
you ever just get into the busy flow of it, and then you hear about something happening, like one of my parents' friends died of cancer, or finds out they have it, or someone, if it hits close enough to home, even if it's not home, but it's like 3 degrees of separation, like you hear about a friend of a friend, just like some tragic shit happens and someone dies in a car accident or whatever, and it's like for that split second where you hear the news and you digest it and you like empathize with it, and it's like it's really sad, it's really sad to hear, whatever. But then it's usually when news like that catches you in a moment where it's like you had kind of fallen out of that because you're just in the busy rotations of life and you forget. And then even in those moments, you can get like a little bit of a boost where it's like a boost of gratitude, a boost of appreciation, a boost of courage, where that now it's like maybe you were kind of procrastinating and doing something hard, but then you ended up doing it that night because you heard about something that made you think about mortality for a second. You're like, oh.
You're a spiritual man?
Yeah.
Should we have a quick prayer?
I'm down.
Hold my hand. All right. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May you guide us. May you bless us. We thank you for life. We thank you for our friends, for healthy minds, and 2 pairs of eyes to see this beautiful world that you've put forth. Thank you again. May you give us the right light on our journeys ahead.
Amen.
Amen.
Hell yeah. That was good.
I haven't done that in a while. That was needed. Felt good.
Yeah. Well, you've told me that you try to pray most nights, or you go through phases with.
I go through phases. Yeah. I go through phases. I will say this. Get this on record. It's like my family, great tradition. We do this thing called a blessing cup on Thanksgiving or Christmas. We all go around the table and say what we're blessed for. And more recently, over the past couple of years, I keep it short and simple and say I'm just blessed for life. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until I came out here during my travels where that hit hard, where I was like, I feel like I'm living, I feel life pulsing through me, and that was a big eye opener, or just big realization from the journeys of just feeling life.
Dude, there's I have two friends of mine who inspired me the most about travel in my life, and that is one of the things that made them so passionate about travel early in life. And one of my friends went to Florence, studied abroad in college in Florence, which is where you studied abroad. And to this day, they talk about that time being where they felt the most alive. And I think that is one of the things that draws us to travel, is because we all want to feel alive and adventurous and just that newness or whatever. And that's the reason, one of the main reasons we're both doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But obviously it comes with its challenges and everything too.
Absolutely.
But it's I'm grateful for for traveling and to have the opportunity to travel to feel alive as well. And man, like I've told you the job hunting here. There's been so many challenges for me and my sister since we've got here with finding work or whatever and finding an apartment. There's a lot of things that we really underestimated and couldn't have fully anticipated that have started to like really suck the life out of it, where you're like, wait, but that's the whole reason we're doing this.
Yeah.
And then you start to hit some like, as it's become more and more challenging in ways where like, I actually never thought it would end up being that hard, because I think anyone and everyone romanticizes and fantasizes doing something like
For sure.
like this, but you don't
know how hard it is.
No,
until you go do it.
No, and but like, and it's like,
but yeah,
you've been to many different countries for different like windows of time or whatever. So I guess it's like, they're different experiences. It's still hard in different ways, but our set of challenges are going to be different when you're living, you're
we're
packing
in
up,
different boats,
packing up and moving in another country for a month, and I'm not saying that both of those don't have its challenges, but it's like, yeah, it's been so interesting. And I keep telling my friends when I'm catching up with family and getting on the phone with people, I'm just like, I feel like I'm learning so much about myself, especially by going without things.
For sure. Oh, dude, beautiful. You said that.
When you go, think about how many people never like leave their hometown because it's comfortable, but they're happy. They're content with being around their family and their friends all the time. But
you can't be afraid to let go. That's what you just got to, it's the art of letting go. You got to be able to let go sometimes. Sometimes you can't. But also with these challenges you're facing, like, dude, look back in a year, you get through this. Like, that's what I love like times of reflection on yourself and your life. Like, you're going to be like, holy shit, I did all that. Like, I made it through that, you know?
Yeah, totally. It's just,
it's like the challenges in these hard times get so clouded because, your mind's going 100 miles an hour. Like me and my buddy Jason, I mean, we almost went to brawls. When I tell you, he's financially low and I'm low, and we're stressing about our job. The grape picking came to an end earlier.
mm-hmm.
The grapes got fried up from the heat. Couldn't pick them all.
Wait, it ended early?
Yeah, it ended early.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it ended early.
How early? Like 3 days early? A week?
No, a week.
So that's a whole week of not getting extra pay.
No pay. Yeah, that week was supposed to like make us go profitable from car rental, Airbnb,
getting out there,
food, gas, all that jazz. So like we semi broke even, which is tough because we were really banking on that week to have some cash to play with. But I lost track of where I was at there.
I don't know. We were kind of going.
We're going at below, yeah. And it's just like, you get stuck in those moments where it's like that's all you can hyperfixate on. But then you gotta remember, like, it'll work itself out, man. Something will come, it'll work itself
100%.
out. You'll find an answer. You'll find that job. You'll find the right boss. You just gotta keep swimming. I mean, I'm going to P42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, baby.
Mm-hmm. Cheers, mate.
We gonna figure it out.
Cheers, mate.
Throw up the thumb. We going hitchhiking.
Yeah, wait. Tell him where you're headed after this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend 2 nights on this couch. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not. Hopefully, actually, hopefully somewhere else. Hey yo. Pause. Sorry. Let's be real with ourselves. We're spending 2 nights on that couch.
Hey, you never know.
You never know, but we're spending 2 nights on that couch. And I'm gonna get a white poster board, write Sydney with a question mark, go hang by the freeway, thumb up, and try and catch a lift to Sydney. It's about 8 hours away. And if that doesn't work for like 2 hours out there, I'm gonna drop the sign and just put up the thumb, because hopefully somebody just picks me up and I can just leapfrog along the way. But I'm hoping to get a direct shot.
It's a full commitment to hitchhiking from here in Melbourne to the city of Sydney, which is about 8 hours.
I want to try it. I want to do it.
No, it's
Like
it's iconic.
I'm
Actually iconic.
I'm breathing.
I didn't know you were gonna hitchhike it there because obviously he could fly to Sydney and go
For
or
like
take a train or something.
$100. Like you can fly there. I could fly there for like $100.
Yeah,
But I just got a speeding ticket. That's $250.
right. As much as you want to do it for the story, it's also like.
And plus, I gotta have this paycheck last me till I get to Gold Coast to work my next job.
So, and then the next job is washing boats, or what is it?
Detailing yachts. Wax on, wax off.
Do you have a duration of how long that job will be?
I'd like to, however long I want to see fit. How long will they'll have me? No, but I want to be there till about May. I'm hoping that, because I'll be making more doing the boats than I will be picking the grapes, which is cool. Hello. I'm getting a little slow here. Hello. Yeah. Where was I at? Oh.
Going to Gold Coast to wash the boats.
Gold Coast to work on
I'm
the
excited
yachts.
I'm excited to see what you think of Gold Coast. People have described it as like
A mini Miami.
Yeah, or LA. I've also heard people say it's like the LA.
Never been to either, so we'll find out.
You've never been to LA?
Never been to LA, never been to Miami.
Really?
I know, crazy, right?
I would have just thought you had been to LA just because of all the art.
Or at least California.
Yeah.
Yeah, never.
California?
Yeah. When I was in Texas for 2 years, people thought I was Cali thick and through. Long hair, long, luscious curls.
You give Cali, bro.
Oh, bruh. Dude, I met this
Brada.
brother. Oh, famous quote. You get me, love. One life, I go live it till I die. One life, I go live it till I die. And that's been my motto of travel. One life, I go live it till I die.
Yeah, Gold Coast.
Yo, give me that rubber ducky back. Thank you. Gold Coast.
Bruh. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. I'm excited to hear what your experience is like in Gold Coast. I've just heard random biased people tell me their opinions on it.
Where are you from?
People said it's like very LA like, which could be, and they're just saying like stereotypes of LA where it can just be like people be more like, you know, I don't know, materialistic or a little more. It's a little more.
We'll find out.
Culturally more like LA or whatever. Yeah. So I don't fucking know.
I got a funny story, dude. I got a funny story.
I
met this dude in a surf lineup out in Group Hook in Lombok. He had full covered hat. He saw me catch a couple waves. I said, "What's up, mate?" You know, it wasn't too crowded, only a couple people. I love to give a chat out on the surf lineup. You got to see what the people are like out there, you know, spread the love of the ocean. Sometimes you're out there and like nobody's talking. I'm like, guys,
what's going on?
We're not a part of the world right now. We're a part of the earth. Let's be together. You know, let's be present in this moment. Back to it. So I started chatting with this bloke, and then he started asking me like, "What am I doing?" And I go, "Mate," and then I bring up Australia. I go, I'll be road tripping through Australia. And he says, "Hey, listen, if you can look me up, my name's Taylor Martin." I asked him a beautiful question. I go, "Taylor with an A or Taylor with a how else would you spell Taylor? Taylor or T-E Tyler or Taylor. I don't know. But I asked him a very important question on how to spell his name. It was so smart. It was very educational. I was proud of myself. And he said, "Yeah, look me up on the Australian Parliament government. You'll find my email." And I said, "Okay." Shot him an email yesterday. Said, "Hey, does that offer still stand?" He lives like north of Sydney a little bit. So I'm hoping I can crash at his couch for like 2 nights.
That would be an incredible land.
Incredible side quest, incredible land.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm hoping he follows through with it. I really do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's very common for Australians to meet you outside of their country and then just be like, "Oh yeah, dude, you can stay at mine," or "Yeah, I'll get you a job." Like it's just like custom to them, and then like it just never happens. I feel like I want this to become true.
Yeah.
You know,
the follow through, it's always.
Where's that follow through?
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about follow through.
What are you following through with?
We've been ghosted by so many employers, and so I've been ghosted more here than anywhere in the world. But and I'm not saying that it's like, oh, Australians just ghost you. It's not Australians. It's just, I think it's the flakiness of casual employment.
Dude, it's that
here.
work holiday visa. You see it all over TikTok. You see it all on the pages. It's having the work holiday visa.
They know you're temporary, so they just they don't.
See, I'm surprised this guy even hired me to detail this boat. Like, I'm surprised that I actually landed this. If not, I'd be flying home, and I might still fly home. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the thing is, like, I'm coming to a term in my point where, like, I've accepted my journey for what it's been.
yeah.
I'm not ready, but I'm okay. I'm okay to put a period to this, journey, to close the book.
Yeah.
But I'm also very open and keen to see where it can go. And it's also a testament. This is the first time in my life where I've had like this diversity or this pressure of figuring out on my own, finding a solution,
Yeah. No, I think that's the perfect mindset to have.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, you've been at it for 6 months?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's hell of a run. If it ends tomorrow, you appreciate it, and like you're not feeling like you're totally cutting it short or anything. But like, hey, I think this can still keep going too. Yeah. It's so funny and so awesome that we cross paths again here, and I'm just on a.
It's beautiful.
Here we are. We're at an hour. We said we cap it at an hour, but. No, dude, I love you. I respect you. I love how in such a short amount of time we just hit a wavelength at work and friends for life. And I'm excited to just see you grow as a person, what you do as a creative human in your life. Like, genuinely, I think you're gonna continue to just put out and make great things in your life and through your art. And I'm excited to see you evolve and grow as a human being, no matter what scale that's at.
Yeah,
I genuinely mean that. And it's like, I've always had it's just a fun idea in my head where I'm like thinking about people I know who are fun and cool and down to earth to have on this podcast. And it's just so awesome that this is like the first podcast I put out in years, finally do it. And it's here in Melbourne and we reconnect, and I'm just excited to see where life takes you and us, and looking forward to keeping in touch. And we'll have to do it. I know we're going to do this. I just have this feeling that we're going to do this again.
Oh, I think, for
and
sure.
We're both going to be evolved and completely different and see where will we be when we do this again. Because I know, like, if I'm in your city or I'm passing, like, I know we're going to cross paths again.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like this is iconic. This is an iconic episode. Because
this is a moment.
We're both very ADHD where it's like, you can feel us swing between like talking in Italian. And then the next second we're like,
hey, tell me something. Hey, tell me something you really want to know, okay? Tell me something you really want to know. Because you got one shot and one shot only here, darling. We're standing on our footstep in Brooklyn, okay? It's freezing cold. You took me for a date and you didn't kiss me goodnight. So you going to know one thing, make it stick, and I'll think about that second date.
I'm not going to fucking order you another Long Island iced tea. I already know you've had too much to drink. You've had too much to drink, and I don't need the fucking bartender to cut you off. I'm cutting you off.
Okay, I'm closing the door in your face, darling. Okay.
Listen, shut your damn mouth and get in the car.
Okay, fine. You're right. You're right. Did I overstep? Yeah. Okay. My nipples are a little cold. Okay, darling. That's all. Listen, I apologize. I know the Long Island,
New York is fucking cold.
It's cold out here. If you want to be, it's brick, brother. No, back to it. Thank you sincerely for having me. Thank you for being a beautiful soul that you are. See how quick was that transition? 360 no scope game replay. Okay. Yo, chill. We got neighbors, but
that was solid.
Yeah, dude.
Quin Frazier.
Tough to end.
I know it is. No, this was fun though. I feel like I'm dusting rust off too, because I don't know.
Yeah, I hope this ignites a flame.
It's so fun, man. I just
to speak. Don't know.
I just enjoy it, even if I never fucking put. It's like I love it.
Yeah,
it's fun. But yeah, dude, you're a fucking legend. I love you.
Unknown to be known.
Peace and love, everybody. Milk the day out. Peace, everybody.